What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. Let's get into this situation. As you guys know, when it comes to Robyn Dixon, the Real Housewives of Potomac, she has been receiving a lot of backlash. People are saying she goes from 0 to 100. She got high temperature. She's very aggy, and she seems to be really on guard and ready to go, like very angry. And it could be because her soon to be husband and her ex-husband and her children's father, Juan Dixon, is accused of covering up sexual assault and blackmail and new lawsuit against Coppin State University. And that's where Juan coaches. He's probably not even coaching over there no more. He probably done lost his job. And that's why she wants to get the prenup. And that's why she says that she's the breadwinner, because he's probably not working. And with these type of allegations and lawsuit going against you, no school is gonna probably accept you, or college, working with them, because now you have these allegations on you, and they can't just hire a predator like that. And it's just so sad that our kids cannot go to school or go to college without having adults that are around them that are predators and won't protect them, child. There's a whole lot going on, baby. Like, this is a crazy situation. You would think that, Juan having two sons and being a very attentive father and loving his kids and want to, coach his kids, be with his kids. He loves his boys. You would think that, he would want to text somebody else's children as well. He wouldn't want something like that to happen to his children. But this is all alleged. So in any event, the situation is very crazy that is going on, that, Juan Dixon is being accused of covering up and basically closing his eyes to allegedly a sexual assault, blackmail of one of his basketball team. That's crazy. According to the Baltimore Brew, a Coppin University assistant basketball coach allegedly catfished a player online into providing intimate photos and texts. Then the blackmailer said that if you don't show me more, I'm going to, show everybody your pictures. And so the blackmailer, the coach at the Coppin State University, basically said, I want you to video record a sexual encounter, and things of that nature. And then the coach at this university on this basketball team ended up releasing the videotapes and photos to other teammates, to the public, and people that was around. And also the former coach basically demanded, more sexual encounters, and then just released everything, that went on between him and this, victim. Allegedly, like, this is so crazy. And the lawsuit Alicia Brownlee, a former guard who served as director of player development and director of basketball operation, harassed, tormented, and sexually assaulted the player IBN Williams before publishing the sexual photos and videos he had obtained from the student. After the sexual photos were shared of the victim with the basketball team and other people, the alleged coach, Brownlee, basically shared all this information with everybody, including Juan Dixon as well. He was able to see. This is allegedly. So you guys, let me know what you think about this whole situation. And also, Juan Dixon, who is also a coach there, allegedly informed the victim, Williams, that Brownlee had a mental illness and that his misconduct was no secret to him. So in any event, the court documents is alleging that Juan Dixon talked to the victim on the phone and told the victim that, yes, I know what's going on, I know what's happening, it's no secret to him, and things of that nature on a phone call. Via the phone call with the victim Williams had with Juan Dixon, a family member was listening on to the phone call and basically confirmed that Juan Dixon said that he knew what was happening and he knew what was going on and things of that nature. But Juan Dixon failed to report and to protect the student from sexual assault and blackmail. This is allegedly, okay? This is alleged situation where the victim alleged that Juan Dixon knew and did nothing to protect him, and his family members were listening on to the phone call. So this is totally crazy. So you understand why Robyn Dixon is wilding and going off and things of that nature, because her husband is involved in a scandal with a coach there, Brownlee, that's harassing and having sex with students. This is also a university, state university, but in any event, this is just totally crazy. And two other teammates are involved in this lawsuit because they are, the defendants in this particular case. And so it is a civil case. I'm surprised there is no criminal case. This case is actually in the circuit court for Baltimore City, Maryland. Okay, so the documents are out here and they list their names, their address, and things of that nature. The players that was involved in this, blackmail and assault and things of that nature has been, they have been called, John Doe. So you got all these guys, students, coaches, allegedly involved in like crazy activity. So people are really going to assume that Juan Dixon probably got a little hanky panky allegedly with Michael Darby. So you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Like, yes, this is totally crazy, and your kids are not protected. It's like, where do you go to protect, unless you homeschool, college homeschool, or they do school online? And it's like, you never know what your child is going to face and what type of adults are going to be around your child. Because as a basketball coach, as a coach, period, you like these kids' fathers, you like these kids' mothers, because you discipline them and you praise them at the same time. And you spend a lot of time, with other people's children. And then on top of that, you're not protecting them. This is crazy, and this is going on, and it's been on social media. Like, they've been sharing the videos and the photos among the basketball team, and nobody spoke up. Nobody said that this is wrong. Like, this is crazy. Like, Lord have mercy. So everybody was talking about Chris, Michael Darby. Juan Dixon is involved in some crazy-ish. Okay, like, this is crazy. So in any event, it's also alleged that the young man, he left the team. And then on top of that, there was a lot of things going on at the time as far as COVID was going on. It was a pandemic. And the young player, or the young teammate, Williams, basically, he was pursued by the university. He was pursued by Juan. He was pursued by the coaches to be on the team. They promised to protect him after, I guess, maybe it was reported, or maybe the Williams left the school. But in any event, Williams came back to the school, and the plaintiff and his father basically talked to Juan Dixon. Juan Dixon was a coach at the time, and he assured the plaintiff that they will have the financial assistance and other benefits, and they will continue to provide for this young man as he had before he took a break and before all this stuff went on. But following the disruption, due to all the pandemic situation, there was some delay, but the plaintiff, Williams, came back to school, around the fall of 2020, okay, to play basketball. And it's alleged in the court documents, upon returning, Williams said that once he returned in 2020, a fall semester, defendant, Brownlee renewed his blackmail demands. When plaintiff did not respond, the defendant followed through with his threats, and the material used to blackmail plaintiff was published and revealed to members of the team, the staff, and the public. And also, the plaintiff, Williams, says, was directed by Coach Dixon to attend practice the following day. The defendant, Dixon, met personally with plaintiff. Defendant Juan Dixon admitted to the plaintiff that Brownlee was mentally ill or otherwise emotionally imbalanced, and that had a history and a known history of basically being crazy. And it's also known to the coach, Mr. Carter, and the school. So in any event, the university basically hired this dude, Brownlee, that used to be a guard. And it's also disturbing that once all the blackmail, the photos, the text messages, and the videos were released, Juan Dixon told the player Williams allegedly to come to practice the next day after all this was going on. And Juan Dixon did allegedly talk to the plaintiff Williams' brother and father and reiterated that Brownlee, former coach, was crazy, sick, and not stable and things of that nature, and he's aware of their behavior. So this is allegedly what the plaintiffs are saying about this whole situation, but they do have a lawsuit against the university, Coach Juan Dixon and Coach Brownlee, and also two other basketball players on the team that their name was not mentioned. They are basically, referred to as John Doe.